Welcome to the funeral of your old 3D printing business. We gathered here to pay our final respects. Not even to your dreams of making money with 3D printing. We are here to bury the 3D printing business model that keeps you broke. The one that convinced you that the only way to grow is by making more products. Work more hours and somehow competing with the factories from China. Today, that business dies. Because the truth is, most 3D printer owners don't have a 3D printing problem. They have a positioning problem. And that's dangerous, because when you think that the problem is in your 3D printer, then you just buy another printer. When you think the problem is your design skills, then you spend a lot of time learning CAD. Meanwhile, the real problem stays untouched. You are selling the wrong products to the wrong market. And the scary part is that your old 3D printing business doesn't die easily. It fights back, of course, every single time when you think about charging what you are actually worth. That old business whispers, just print another Etsy product, just lower your prices, just make another keychain, just wait until you're more experienced. That sounds familiar, because I've seen incredibly talented people trapped in this cycle for years. They'll get a printer, they have a product idea, they get few sales, and then no real growth, and start over again. And the worst part is that most people think that they are actually building a business, but they are not. They are just building a job which pays them less than an average job. And now compare that to someone like me who is making 3D printed LED signs for the businesses. And I have same printers as others. I have same 24 hours per day. I'm the same person, basically. I'm also a human, but completely different game. Because businesses don't buy like consumers. Businesses are already spending money on LED signage. Businesses already need branding. From always. Businesses always need visibility. They are not asking, can I get this sign for €5 cheaper? They're asking when you can make LED sign for us, when you can come and install it, and things like this. And that's a completely different conversation. And once you understand this, you can never unsee it. And you start realizing that the biggest opportunity in 3D printing was actually never hidden. It was basically sitting right in front of you all the time. The difference between the person that is making €300 per year and the person who is making 3,000 to 10,000 per year is very small. And this difference is not a talent. It's not even luck. It's not having 10 printers and huge workshop. But it's a understanding that a 3D printer is just a tool. And the real money comes from solving expensive problems for the people who already have the money. And that's why we today bury your old 3D printing business. The Etsy business. The commodity business, the race to the bottom business, the hopefully someone will buy this product business. Because if you are serious building a real 3D printing company, the old version of you can't come forward with you. So welcome to the funeral of your old 3D printing business. Now let's talk what will replace it. Part 2. 5 survival mechanisms. Now here's what most people don't realize. Your old 3D printing business has survival mechanisms. Every time you get close to build something bigger, it pulls you back. So let me show you those 5 survival mechanisms, and number 5 is the biggest one. Survival mechanism number 1, just one more product. This is probably the most dangerous one, because the real problem that you have is the lack of consistency. You have a focus problem. You sell a keychains for a while, then figurines, then cosplay, organizers, then replacement parts, then lithophanes, then something else. And you're consistently chasing products instead building a business. And because you're always starting over, you never achieve this momentum that you would become known for something. Businesses buy specialists and not generalists. Number 2, I need more equipment, and this one almost killed me. The old business convinced you that the real money is just one machine away. If I just had a bigger workshop, and before you even know it, you spend thousands. But your revenue, your income doesn't move because of this. Because equipment doesn't create nothing. It doesn't create demand. Customers create demand. The market doesn't care how many printers you own and which one. The market cares about the value that you provide. Number 3, let me lower the price. And this is where most people get trapped. If you think, maybe if I offer big discount, maybe if I am the cheapest one on the market. But all that this does is that it attracts people that cares only about the price. And those are really the worst customers. The goal is to become more valuable. Number 4, I will wait until I will be ready. And this one actually sounds responsible, but in reality, this is actually just the fear. Or I will start when I will buy better equipment. Months become years, nothing happens. 5, selling to the consumers. And that's the biggest one, because consumers compare a lot. They negotiate, they shop around, they ask for discounts. Businesses don't think quite like, because businesses cares a lot more about the outcome. A restaurant owner usually doesn't ask, what if I save 20 euros? But what they are asking, will this LED sign make my business look better? Will I sell more because of this? And the answer is yes. And those are the questions that you want. Part 3, the new business model. Now here's the crazy part. Most people think that they are one breakthrough away. And they are not, because they are actually one decision away. And the decision to stop acting like a hobbyist and start acting like a business owner. Because making money with 3D printing isn't actually about 3D printing that much. It's about solving problems. Your printer is the tool. That's it. The same machine that can make €5 phone holders can make also 5 grand LED sign. The difference is in the offer. And that's why I fell in love with LED signs, because they solve almost every problem that I mentioned before. Businesses already need them, they're personalized, they're custom, they have high margins, and they're difficult to compare. And they also remember it, and that's important. Part 4. Why LED signs win? Now the problem that you will come across maybe is that you will try to make better or cheaper LED signs with the conventional method, which also other companies are using. And the problem with the old traditional method of making LED signs is that you'll need a machine, aluminum bending machine, which costs from 10 to 30k. You'll need a big laser cutter, like 1 by 2 meters minimum, and you will also face slow production, and you'll need a lot of people working that will be able to make those signs, because those machines, they don't work alone like 3D printer. And what I discovered when I was making LED signs for more than 4 years now is that 3D printer can replace all those machines, and not only replace, but it's a lot better in many ways. You can make very complex shapes of signs and letters with a 3D printer. With old aluminum bending machine, it's very hard to reach and make some shapes. You can create custom designs, and businesses, they love this and appreciate this a lot. And here's where things get interesting. Most people think that to start making LED signs required massive investment, but it doesn't, because you can pretty much make LED signs with average 3D printer. If you don't have closed printer, like H2S behind me, you can use open printer, and you can make letters from the PETG, and they are good for the inside and also for the outside. I tested everything. You will need also some LEDs, some power supplies, and some basic equipment, which is really cheap compared to how expensive you can sell the LED signs. So that's it. You don't need industrial grade workshop, no giant factory. And in fact, one LED sign can pay you off your 3D printer. And I haven't met a business model that one machine could pay off with the one average simple product. And that's the shift. And you start thinking how much value I can create, because those are two completely different businesses. One is quantity, little margins, a lot of work. Another one is less work, bigger margins, more money, less projects, bigger profits, because those are two completely different businesses. One is quantity, a lot of products, little margins, and a lot of work. And another one for less work, because you provide bigger value. Now, if you want to learn exactly how to make LED signs, and most importantly, how to get a lot of clients for them, then watch this video, because I break down everything, exactly what you need to know to reach 10 grand per month with this.